you excited? Are you the happiest boy? Are you excited to go? Hello. 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 Hello.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and everybody hit that post notification bell, set it to all so you are notified every single time I drop a video so you don't miss anything. Everybody in here, make sure you smash that like button and drop a comment down below if you have any questions during the video, if you have any questions about the groom, if you want to just chat with me. You all know I love chatting with you guys. I love talking to you guys. I respond to every single comment, even the negative ones. So chat with me down below. I love to hear about your dogs at home, what y'all do. You know, we talk about nutrition on this channel, so I love to hear about what you feed your dog, what your dog's grooming schedule is. I like to hear what type of haircuts you get on your dogs, and I just like talking about dog haircuts just in general. So drop comments down below, chat with me. Let's get straight into this video. So as you can see, we hopped right into this video. This is Noche. He is a cockapoo. He is an old man, but he does not act like it. Nothing about him says old dog. He has a lot of energy. He loves everybody. He's just happy to be there, and he is all around a very sweet dog. The mom brought him in. Again, like I told y'all before, these are some of my older videos before I put out my newer content, which the new content is coming soon. I think you all will be happy with it. But this is some of my older content, and this was down during the colder seasons. It was right before the holidays Noche came in, and that should tell you how old this video is, but I did want to still put some of this content out there. So for his haircut, she still wanted to keep his length, but she wanted very minimal taken off. So I kind of just neatened him up with a guard comb. I did a guard comb that wouldn't take a whole bunch off, but still will leave that fluffy desired look that she came in searching for. So for his bath, I just did a basic oatmeal shampoo with a milk bath conditioner. He didn't have any dry skin. He actually had a fairly healthy coat. It was nice and soft. The skin wasn't dry. The coat texture felt really good. So the basic oatmeal shampoo is something that you can use on a dog that has a pretty decent coat. It'll keep the coat moisturized, it won't dull it out or dry it out, and it'll give you that nice fluffy soft coat, as well as adding a conditioner. The shampoo dries it out, but it still keeps it moisturized because it is an oatmeal based shampoo, and then the conditioner goes back in and just re-moisturizes the coat and the skin, so you are not damaging the coat and the skin by just using shampoo. I do want to say that an oatmeal shampoo is good all around. It's really good on dogs. But if your dog has allergies, or if your dog has like a yeast issue, so most allergies in dogs that I've noticed is brought on by a yeast issue, so an overgrowth of yeast in the dog's body. You don't really want to use the oatmeal shampoo because it'll just feed the yeast and create more, and that's when you see those red paws or like heavy tear stains around the dog's eyes. So I completely stopped using oatmeal shampoos on my dogs, and I've seen a big difference. Even my dog Yazzie, she used to have really bad tear stains, and she still has some, but they are drastically different than they've ever been before. Even my girlfriend and her mom says how different her eyes look. So if your dog has the same allergies as mine, which is overgrowth of yeast in the body, so you see those burgundy paws, they're looking at their sanitary, or they're looking at their leg a lot, cut out the grain in their food. So you want to put them on a grain-free diet, and you also just want to remove the oatmeal baths. Do not get an oatmeal bath. Get something like an exfoliating bath or something like that, or a tea tree oil bath. That's really good for dogs that have high yeast. Also, I noticed that some shampoo companies have a prebiotic or a probiotic shampoo for the dogs. Those are really good. iGroom has a really good one that I'm going to be getting for my dog at home. And then also, Dog Fashion Spa has a really good Manuka honey line. It is a shampoo. They don't have a conditioner out for it, but it is a shampoo. And you can get maybe like a deep moisturizing conditioner if you want. If you don't know about Manuka honey is a really, really good all-natural antibiotic for dogs and for humans. You can put it right on an open wound and it'll heal up. Honey just in general is really good, but Manuka honey is the best type of honey you can find for antibiotics. So you put it in your dog's food. That'll help with the gut health as well as just their overall health. If you have any questions about dog allergies or what you can feed your dog to kind of help with gut health, or if your dog has any infections or anything like that and you're looking for some all-natural antibiotics that you can feed your dog, let me know in the comments. I can give you some recommendations. But now we're going to hop into the haircut and go over what he's getting done. So as I stated earlier, when the mom dropped off, she did not want a lot off of Noche. She just wanted him to keep the same look that he has, but cleaned up and then kind of tightened up his face. So what I did was I did 3/4 of an inch on his body. So that's an A guard comb. If you have the color guard combs, the A is the light purple guard comb. Yes, the A is the light purple guard comb. That, if somebody is looking for a longer haircut that's still semi-manageable, 3/4 of an inch looks really good on most dogs. If you want to take it a step down, depending on how long the dog's hair is, but you don't want to take too much off if the owner is asking for just kind of a light cleanup. So what you saw me do earlier in the video is kind of take the guard comb before I started clipping him and just line it up with his hair just to see how much would come off. And then I did an A guard comb on his body as well as his head. His ears, I believe I just lightly cleaned up because his ears were shaved previously due to matting, so they were trying to grow that back in. But all I did was just do a light cleanup and I tightened his face. I kind of gave him a one length all over look, but he still looked like a little fluffy teddy bear. On his paw pads I did a 30 blade, and on his sanitary I did a 10 blade. One good mental note for new groomers or even people who are trying to groom their dogs at home: if you are desiring a longer length on your dog, wash and clean your dog first. Make sure they're thoroughly dry and then brush your dog out. It's going to make for the haircut to be a lot easier, and brushing your dog out before you take the guard comb to the dog's body helps a lot, because if you don't brush your dog out and you're trying to clip their hair with the guard comb, you're going to be hitting snags all throughout their body just because the hair is not brushed properly. And then you back brush just so you can get an even cut when you are grooming the dog. And just to quickly talk about back brushing is very important. A lot of people just go over their dog once and then they scissor their dog. If you back brush your dog, it cuts down on your scissor time so much. So I like to try and find shortcuts in grooming, shortcuts that are safe. Obviously you don't want to do anything that's going to harm the dog, but I like to find shortcuts that are going to save me time. And back brushing cuts down on the scissor time, because sometimes the scissor time can take a lot of time because you're nitpicking on those long hairs that stick here and long hairs that stick out here. If you just simply back brush your dog, it's going to help you tremendously. It's going to cut down on so much work, and it's going to give you an even cut. I remember a while ago I was talking to a groomer who I used to work with, and she said that someone else told her not to back brush because you're just cutting the dog's fur shorter. How are you cutting the dog's fur shorter if you're using the same blade or guard comb? No, you're just getting an even cut, and you're cutting all that fur that is gonna essentially stick up once they shake and they fluff their fur back up. So in order to get that even cut, always back brush. When I tell you it is such a lifesaver, back brush your dogs. Also, another great tip after back brushing is to go through your dog with a hard metal comb just to make sure you've gotten all the knots and the tangles and there are no sticky outies that you need to re-go over with your clipper, or just quickly thin and shear and neaten up to blend in with the rest of the body. Always use a hard metal comb while you're grooming. I think I said it a couple times before in the past few videos, the hard metal comb should be your best friend. And I was never one, and I spoke about this in a previous video, I was never one to go hard on a more expensive comb until I got a more expensive comb. Trust me, it's worth the price. I spent $30 on a Christensen comb. It is linked in the bio, or I'm sorry, it is linked in the description. It is a phenomenal comb. I absolutely love it. I feel like my rooms come out 10 times better. invest in a good hard metal comb and use it during grooming. It is extremely beneficial. And like I always say, y'all, drop down in the comments if you have any questions for me, if you have any comments, if you want to know about any more grooming products. If you have not seen the grooming products video, I'll link it here and drop it in one of the cards so you can take a look at it after you finish watching this video. But if you have any questions, drop them for me down in the comments. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. That helps me grow tremendously and helps me get back out to the YouTube algorithm. And that way other people will find this video just as useful as you did, and we can continue to grow together as a unit. So I want to quickly touch on with you guys, in a few videos back, I did talk about understanding and learning dogs. So in that video, I talked about dogs being in a pack, and dogs have pack mentalities. Now, when it comes to that, I want to talk about understanding dogs' body language. So when you are bringing your dog to a dog park, and this is the very first time you're socializing your dog with other dogs, and your dog goes into a dog park with a dominant stance. If you have a dominant dog, that is very normal. It happens. It can rub some other dogs the wrong way, but the main dogs it'll rub the wrong way is other dominant dogs. Now, I got this topic because I was watching a YouTube video of a guy with his pit bull, and he took his pit bull to a dog park, and he did not get into a scuffle with another dog, but it came close to that because his pit bull was very dominant, and there was a Doberman in there that was very dominant, and they are both intact male dogs. So both two very dominant breeds, not aggressive breeds, but very dominant breeds, come into a dog park. Now the pit bull came in, tail raised. His hackles weren't up just yet, but his hackles were up once the Doberman sniffed him, then walked off, and then circled back around and got in his face. When you are in a situation like that and your dogs are at almost like a standstill, and you have your dog on a leash but the other dog is not on a leash, it is very important to know, do not tug on that leash in that moment. I know you want to get your dog out of that situation and pull him back, but if you tug on that leash and that dog feels that snap on his neck, he's gonna think one of two things. One, okay, this is a command to attack, or two, my owner is fearful, so I need to protect. Also, dogs go off of your energy. So if you are giving off an energy that is fearful and afraid, your dog is going to go to defense mode and protect you and protect himself, because dogs feel your energy and feel what you give off. So if you're ever in a situation where a dog comes up, a random dog comes up, if the dog is not being aggressive, try and stay calm, and that'll keep your dog calm. Try and stay relaxed. I know it's going to be hard because you're scared. You don't know if your dog is going to get attacked. You don't know what the other dog is going to do, but try and stay in a calm state, because if you stay in a calm state, your dog is going to stay in a calm state, and you could possibly get out of that situation with nothing happening, nothing going on, and it just be perfectly fine. Now, once you see the other owner walking up and he's about to grab his dog, that's when you want to then pull your dog back, because now you have control of your dog and the other person has control of their dog. You never want to snap the leash when one dog is loose and the other dog is not, because your dog is going to get aggressive because they take that as a command. Like I said, dogs are in a pack mentality, so they respond to certain things. So if you snap the leash back to get him back, he's not going to associate that with come back here. 9 times out of 10, he's not going to associate that. If your dog has a great recall and that is the snap you use to bring him back, sometimes he'll respond to that. But if he or she is in that stance and in that mode of I need to protect, once you snap that leash, he's going to attack. So be careful of the different commands that you use when you are faced in that situation, because it can go bad really quickly and it can escalate something really quickly. Try and watch dogs' body languages and understand the cues. Okay, now we're coming up to the end of the video, and we are going to take a look at Noche's finished product. I did not get a chance to get a before picture. As you guys can see, I had to hop straight into the bath, but I think he looks absolutely adorable. His mom was super satisfied with the haircut. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that fancy YouTube stuff. Train your dogs for grooming, and I will catch you in the next video. Love you guys.